beginning of April and spring is sprung, well, at least for today. That means it's time for my annual trip to the Menominee River for some early season walleye.
All winter I dream of these. That's what gets me through those below zero nights.
The season to hunt raccoons in the Upper Peninsula begins October 15th. Right now, it's time for spring training.
We'll usually go down roads that we can drive that are accessible and look for tracks. The dogs usually will strike off the rig, they'll smell them, and then hopefully there's a track that we know for sure that it's a coon.
9 million acres of forest, 1,700 miles of continuous shoreline, 4,300 lakes, 12,000 miles of streams, more than 300 waterfalls, 15 counties, 2 time zones, and 1 area code. Welcome to the Upper Peninsula. Welcome to 906 Outdoors. .906 Outdoors is brought to you by Cooking Wild Seasonings. Make it fresh, make it yours. It's the beginning of April, and we're in search of early season pre-spawn Boundary Waters walleyes.
Well, today is Thursday. Monday was the first day on the water, and the water temperature was roughly 34 degrees. And up to yesterday, the best water temperature I've seen was 34.6 degrees, and now we got 41.5 degrees today, which is getting pretty close to spawning temperature for the walleyes. So we got a lot of fish moving in right now. I don't know if we're gonna hit that 42 to 44 before we get this next cold front, so I don't know if the spawn is gonna happen here in the next couple days or the next couple weeks. We'll just have to wait and see what we get for water temperature. But I know there's a lot more fish moving in the river here now. Only wanna walk on that.
Nice too.
Good one?
Yep.
Mr. Court scores first. Looks like a good one. Oh yeah, this should be a good fish. I haven't seen it yet.
Don't catch many fish. Oh, foul
food.
Oh.
That's why.
Okay.
That tells you there's a few fish in the river though. I thought we were gonna see a big in there.
Better let it grow. Foul hook.
Fish on. Oh, maybe. Oh yeah, that is a decent fish. Oh, it ain't that great. Not too bad though. That's probably a nice eater, actually. Actually, a nice eater. Nice clean fish though. That's a good eater there. We're just vertical jigging. I got a big heavy jig on, and I like to stay vertical. A lot better hook sets. And the water's cold, so we got the old stinger. And water temperature's right. These fish are in the river, and we're catching them. Hopefully we get a big one here shortly. Good one?
Pretty good.
Good fish, good fish.
We're the same.
Oh, that's a nice fish.
25 inch.
Oh, yeah, about the same as the last one. Still a nice fish though. Oh, Corster. Oh, and it fell out for you, Joe. Look at that. Ain't that nice for you?
Yeah. Yeah, that's better.
All right, another fish anyway.
Nice pre-spawn walleye.
Jody's on a roll.
Go do your thing there.
906 Outdoors is brought to you in part by Christ, your Northwoods neighborhood store.
My favorite time of the year, early spring walleyes. There's no funner way in my book to catch walleyes than a jig and a minnow vertical. It's early April. The ice just went out. We just got some open water, and the fish are in the river. Water temperature's 41 degrees. And the bite's been pretty good. It seems like it runs in spurts. We get different pods of fish that move up in the river, so we'll catch 3, 4, 5, 6 fish in a row, and then we got to kind of struggle a little bit and catch one here, one there. But the action's been pretty good, and it should get better. Chickens in a walkway off the Hattie. Phenomenal. And you hooked that one too. I just missed one. There we go. Got him?
I do.
Mr. Hart.
Mid-size.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Yeah.
There you go, George.
All right.
Good fish, good fish.
He fell right off. We'll let it go. Nice spring walleye on the Menominee River. Grow up. See you next year.
Fish on. I don't think it's very big. Oh, look, we won't be using that with this one. This is the smallest walleye I've caught this year so far. That's the smallest one I've caught. Must be a little male. Get bigger. That was a cute little guy. Better be a walleye. That's a walleye. That's a decent one. All right, Jody. That's a good fish. Not a monster, but it's a good fish.
Grow up.
Joe's got a head bouncer there.
Yeah, there he is.
Now,
Nice fish.
hook bunny. Yeah, hook bunny. There's a lot of them down there though. So they're coming in the river.
I'm not even gonna handle it. I'm just gonna. There we go.
We're trying to catch a big one. Yesterday, a good friend of mine, Howie Harold, was out with me, and his first fish of the year was a 12-pounder, just shy of 30 inches. It looked like it swallowed a basketball. That's his biggest fish ever, and he's lived here for a while, so that's a nice one. 28. Nice fish. This one got some head shake, Jode. No, maybe not. It ain't that great. I'll just flip them in. Underneath. There's a lot of fish in the river. Another snagged one. But that's just to show you that there's a lot of fish in here. It's that temperature. That one's got to go back though. Here's the head shaker. We're moving so fast because of the wind. Oh, he's not that big. I thought he was bigger than that. That's still a nice fish though. Oh, a little fatty. Female, we'll let that one go back. Still looking for a big one. I got him with both hooks. That's probably an eater, but we'll throw them back. We've been catching them pretty good here. A couple hours, we must have caught, what, 10, 12 fish? Nothing real big yet, but we'll get one. That looks like about a 4 or 5 footer.
How long did that take?
This feels like a good fish. That's a head shake. Oh yeah. This is gonna be a nice one. Staying down. Oh, he's not that big. He's not too bad though. I thought he was gonna be bigger than that. The water's warming up, so they're a little more feisty. All right. A little bit of head shaking. Well, he ain't that big. Oh no, look at what that is. Never mind. first one of these too. Oh, a sucker on a sucker. Can you believe that? A sucker on a sucker.
Run it. No?
You come up already?
Looks like a trout.
Is it? All right. Bring him up, bring him up, bring him up. Oh yeah, brown. Oh! That's a nice brown too, Joe. That's a nice brown. This is probably about a 5-6 pounder.
We'll get over it.
Yep. We'll be eating his brother tonight anyway.
Yep.
906 Outdoors is brought to you in part by Blades Bait and Tackle, your year-round connection to fishing bait enoch.
That one clobbered it. Yeah, I'll come over to the other side.
Out of there.
I want it out of there. That one grabbed her pretty good. She got stinger and a regular hook. They're a nice walleye. Oh, just my little, actually I'm just using a regular, like a fireball jig. And this is just a fathead minnow. And then I got a little special gold stinger hook on here. That water's cold, that stinger hook. And then my little minnow saber I put on after the fact. That's how I do it in the spring. It's the way I like it, works good. Let's pull a big fish here. Uh-oh, is that a sucker? Nope. Another one that's
Another foul hook.
foul hooked one though.
I'm the snag king.
Well, it just shows you how many fish are in the drink. Again, Menominee River's boundary waters, 1 fish per day, per person. And actually, when you catch your 1 fish and you keep your 1 fish, you're done walleye fishing. You can fish for other species, but you keep your 1 fish, you're done fishing. So that's 1 fish 15 inches or bigger. And this is the time of the year where if you're looking for one for the wall, where you got a good chance of catching a 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, maybe even a 15 pounder. Big one?
Not too big. You know, all winter, I dream of this day when I can fish open water for these big walleyes.
Called soft water.
Helps me get through the winter.
I think that's a good fish, Jody.
This one's pretty nice.
Yeah, I think that's a good good bend to the rod. Stinger hook too, Jody. Nice fish. All right, Mr. Corch. That's a good one. That's a good fish. That's got to be a 9 pounder. That's got to be a 9.
All winter I dream of these. That's what gets me through those below 0 nights.
Mr. Corch scores. Good job, Jode.
See that one?
It's a nice one, though.
Yeah.
For coonhounds, spring means time for training. Raccoons are native to North America and their fur is used for clothing, especially coats and coonskin caps. As of 1987, the raccoon was identified as the most important fur bearer in North America in terms of revenue. But the seasonal hunt has dropped considerably since those days due to decreasing pelt prices. Coons are commonly taken by either trapping or hunting. Since the late 18th century, various types of scent hounds called coon hounds, which are able to tree animals, have been bred in the United States. A lot of what makes a coon dog chase coons is bred into them. But like any other hunting dog, they require some training. I spent the night in the woods with some UP coon hunters and their dogs on a spring training mission.
Alrighty, what I got here, I got 2 separate types of tracking systems that I'm going to put on Doc. He's a 4-year-old red tick male. I use 2 different types of tracking systems just in case one fails. This is the alpha system. If they cross roads, it's got lights on them for cars or just for us to find them. As you can see, they're pretty excited. I got Marty, the walker, Treen walker over here. Marty, I already put his stuff on. They're all color coded. He always wears orange. Doc wears blue. And we'll go to the other side of the truck. Because it's training season, I have a pup here, 6 months old tomorrow. She's a leopard cur female. Once I get them all collared, I go into my truck where I have the GPS that I can watch them. This GPS tells me right now Doc and Marty, they're both sitting. If I go over the little pup, it's saying that she's moving around inside the dog box. But if I click on one of them, it'll tell me the battery life of the collar that's on them, how fast they're running. It tells me everything that that dog is doing throughout the night. And then here's my map. Cold spell has finally stopped. Right now we got 40 degrees on the thermometer. Sitting on the tailgate for a little while, waiting for it to get a little darker. Stars are out, and now we're gonna go down into some hopefully coon area and see if we can get something to strike off the rig. The first type of hunting that we're gonna do is called roading. We'll put 4 of the 5 dogs that we have down. We put them on the road, and if there is a coon in the area or across the road, they'll pick it up. This kind of also gets all their excitement out of them, so that the next spot that we go to, they're more focused and ready to run a coon if there is one in the area. We'll usually do this for, well, this stretch is going to be about 3 miles. Usually no more than that. And then we'll give them a little break in between the next run.
Today's show is brought to you in part by Rapid River Knife Works, home of Michigan's largest custom knife factory showroom.
Typically, training season starts July 8th, and at that time of year, there are no cornfields that are growing. So we're in the swamp area. Starting in October is when the actual coon hunting season starts, and we'll usually hunt off of cornfields. After the fall hunting season, starting in January, that's when it ends. It's back to the training season in the winter, and we'll usually go down roads that we can drive that are accessible by truck and look for tracks. The dogs usually will strike off the rig, they'll smell them, and then hopefully there's a track that we know for sure that it's a coon. When it's warm like this and there's no fresh snow, you might be able to find some tracks, but you got to rely on the dogs a lot more, and you hunt off the roads because it's starting to get soft. Tonight we'll go down some creek bottoms, walk through, and hopefully the dogs will pick something up.
What are you doing now?
Now that we ran down the road a little ways with them, they're more focused, so we got a spot where we treed last night. We're going to see if that coon came back down and ran somewhere else so we can train the dogs a little more. See if they pick up that scent. Well, there's many different types of coon dogs. We have 3 different types that we're hunting with tonight: tree and walker, red tick, and then we also have 3 different leopard cur, American leopard cur hounds. What we're going to do is we're making a loop through a area where there's quite a few coon in here. And we're going to come back out onto the road, and hopefully we'll strike a track through here. Typically for coon hunting, from what I've learned hunting this past year, you want one that's noisy, talking. We do have one that's silent on track, except when he trees. Fast, with a good nose. A colder nose can be good at times, as well as a hotter nose dog. That means the coon is close by. Well, when you're looking for a good coon dog, you want to look into the bloodlines. That's the start of it. If it's a good bloodline, it comes natural with the dog. I guess the hardest thing is training them off of certain animals such as deer, coyote, porcupines. But if it's a coon hound with bred in them, it's natural. Well, we didn't have any luck going through a little circle that we did there where there's usually some coon in there, but that's why they call it hunting. Still training the dogs, use their nose, even though we didn't find anything. But now we're gonna do a little rigging. Each dog has a hole for their head to stick out the side of the dog box. And basically they're winding for coon that may have crossed the road or in the area. If there is one, you'll know it because all the dogs will light up. It's pretty neat. You can cover a lot of ground because you can go 45, 50 miles an hour and those dogs will still pick up the scent of a coon that may have crossed the road. Just goes to show you how strong of a nose that canine actually has. Well, we just got to strike off the rig. We put down the 2 older dogs. They haven't really been able to pick anything up off the road yet. Come here, Marty. So we put another dog down that sometimes can pick up better than the other dogs. Just depends on what the situation is, but we haven't been able to get anything going yet. But that happens. You can strike one off the rig and not be able to trail it anywhere. On to the next spot. Well, what we did is we walked down this creek bottom, probably 500 yards. They picked up a track. We saw the track, and the dogs worked it out. Took them a while, but right now they're trailing it, and at the moment they're probably 220 yards away from us. We're just kind of waiting till we tree it, and then we'll try to figure out what the best way to get into them is.
Keep your fingers crossed, fellas.
Training successful. Feel free to join us on Facebook or visit us at 906outdoors.com. And while you're there, be sure to sign up to get on the 906 Outdoors email list. We'll send you an occasional email with tips, recipes, and more. You'll also be eligible for giveaways just for being on the list. Thanks for watching, and we invite you to join us next week for another adventure right here on 906 Outdoors.